gathering data from multiple sources. We've talked about the sharing data on the cost of housing, cost of land. It could be another source again. It's all about putting different sources of data together and then applying intelligence to leverage insights that will then drive better decision or prevention to the end user themselves.
Franklin and you're on exactly the same wavelength. I was just about to say, the three areas we're actually talking about today, they're not mutually exclusive. Yeah. If you think about homelessness, there's all the factors we talk about: mental health, food insecurity, also are contributing factors to and elements of homelessness, combined with, how do you determine where to invest using data, combined with it. Ideally, we're at a point where we're able to be predictive and more on the prevention side. Where do we see a tipping point in a community, or where do we see a tipping point in a particular area, and using that data to actually be more preventative as opposed to reactive.
Yeah, I think that for our organization, it comes from the two angles. One that Ben hinted at previously, that was just an interesting kind of opportunity for collaboration between all the partners that could come into a project like ours, including housing providers, potential landowners, development partners, and funders. And I think that kind of development over that data set, which is just existing opportunities for an organization like ours across Canada, would be massively important in terms of our ability to scale. But with respect to data, I think that one of the things that, I come from a residential real estate development background, and I've been working in the nonprofit sector for about a year now. And one of the things that I'm learning is that one of the most important aspects to keep in mind when you're designing a space for somebody is exactly who's going to be living there, who's going to be the end user of that space, and kind of tailoring the process and the design to fit that person.
It's this idea that we've been looking at for as practitioners and champions of open innovation, that open data is where the world is moving to. Open government, many of these data sources are available, just nobody knows where they are or how to get to them, and they're not integrated. So services that can pull that kind of data together in ways that large corporations can do, but small organizations do not have access to, would be a really neat way of creating real value.